Greetings, my fellow LEGO minifigure fans. Welcome to another video by Minifigs In Space, where we will be continuing our space minifigure upgrades. I am your host, Brian, and in this video, we will be upgrading LEGO Futuron spacemen. First launched in 1987, these spacemen were considered to be the replacement for the classic spacemen as LEGO looked to make a new generation of the LEGO Space System sets. Now, when I say replacement, this doesn't mean that LEGO was completely removing the classic spacemen from history. In fact, many of the original LEGO catalogs showed these two space factions working together on different projects. But from a manufacturing perspective, Futuron was indeed a replacement for the classic space lineup. Despite being very similar to the original classic spacemen, I am under the impression that Futuron is not quite as popular as many other space sub-themes and is easily overlooked. It is my hope that this video provides some fresh inspiration to help bring your Futuron spacemen back to life in your corner of the LEGO Space universe. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First up, we have this dude who is actually not my design, as it is a minifigure fished out of my uncle's old 1990s LEGO collection. This upgrade is rather interesting, as it reminds me of a minifigure being dipped into a bucket of blue paint. I am not sure what his role could be, but if you have thoughts on that, I would love to hear it in the comments below. Moving on to our second upgrade, this minifigure just focuses on making everything a little extra shiny. The chrome blue visor replaces the transparent dark blue visor seen on this standard Futuron spaceman. Now, if you want a visor that coordinates a little better with the gold accents on the torso, the chrome gold visor looks pretty sweet as well. And while we are on the topic of the original Futuron torso, I wanted to throw out there that if you wanted a clean, simple upgrade, using the legs from the Space Police guy look really sharp with the original torso aesthetics. Next up, we have a remake of the original Futuron torso, but this time in a new color, the color green. The green Futuron spaceman was a prototype, that is until 2015, when LEGO decided to finally reveal it as a minifigure in a LEGO City town set. The minifigure originally had a transparent brown visor, so I swapped it for the proper color visor and added a high-tech metal detector as his accessory. And next we have this fellow who uses another Futuron torso remake, but this time it is from the Space Police guy. One could argue that the con to this torso is the fact it has the word police written all over the back of it. Now, this of course can be fixed by covering it up with an accessory such as a pair of oxygen tanks. Another thing to consider could be to use a cape accessory such as this black one here. I believe this could be a good option, especially if you want a certain commander to stand out from the crowd. Our next minifigure takes a slightly different approach to the Futuron spaceman upgrades. This is an armored Futuron trooper. Instead of having a white torso with a red diagonal section, this design takes advantage of a plain red torso and instead uses some white heavy armor for the white accent. While this is of course a budget-friendly solution for the lack of a Futuron torso, it also gives the opportunity for some cool upgrades such as a jetpack as you've seen here, and for our next minifigure, which is a heavy artillery trooper. Due to the massive rocket launcher on the back of his suit, he needs a longer weapon to help balance himself out. The missile is of course launchable, and I would consider the long rifle with the oversized laser silencer to be a fairly simple construction. Now, another benefit of using solid white armor on plain torsos is that you can have different colors of Futuron spacemen that otherwise would not be possible. And if you want to go over the top and have an extra fancy Futuron spaceman, you could consider adding the two armor accessories from the two previous minifigures and combine them into something like this. And with that, my friends, we have come to the conclusion of this week's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you were inspired. If you would enjoy some more LEGO Space content, be sure to subscribe. And for those of you who are currently subscribed, thank you again for stopping by. Till next time, keep building your universe.